Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's challenge runs in the Binding of Isaac. So this is a run that I thought was really clever. It was actually suggested to me, I should say, in a one-off Twitter message from user Pablo Carias234. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right there, Pablo. This is called the Vintage Isaac run, and it's just homing tiers, piercing tiers, and I have to skip the item rooms on the first two floors. So the obvious hook to this run, or the novelty of this run, is that it's like my first runs in the Binding of Isaac, where I thought like homing tiers and piercing tiers were the greatest items, or the greatest combination of items that could possibly exist, but I oftentimes forgot to go to item rooms on any given floor. So I'm excited to see how this works out. It's a clever and simple challenge run, which I'm excited for. And this is actually a special episode, because this is the first episode I've recorded after Edmund has officially announced details of the Binding of Isaac remake slash demake that is coming later next year. Oh man, we're on the cellar, so I can't go to these item rooms anyway, so all the item rooms on the first floor are going to be inaccessible to me here, both of them. Yeah, yesterday Edmund released a huge blog post, including a post-mortem on the Binding of Isaac, as well as a announcement of further details of his Binding of Isaac console port, which is going to be coming late 2013. So basically, it's going to be handled by Nicalis, the guys who did the Cave Story and VVV ports. And he's going to work as the lead developer, but he's also working full-time on Mugenics right now. So basically his role in development is just going to be ensuring that the game basically turns out as best as it can and doesn't get totally fucked up. And in terms of aesthetics, it's going to be 16-bit as opposed to whatever you would call this right here. It's also going to be built in a different coding language, which is going to make it run better, which he expressed a lot of positive opinions about. And in terms of distribution, definitely it looks like PS Vita and PSN are incredibly likely. Xbox Live Arcade, whatever form that takes by the end of 2013, may be likely as well. And beyond that, he wants to do a Wii U eShop version and an iOS version if it doesn't suck, basically. So that's really interesting, and I'm excited for that, of course. I like the idea that it's also a demake, like it's a remake, but the graphics are actually going to be like Super Nintendo style, which is, I guess, from a technical standpoint, at least a traditional technical standpoint, is a demake compared to what we are looking at here. But I like that a lot. It's also going to have local co-op and local multiplayer, but it's not going to have online co-op because that would add too much time to the development. Anyway, long story short, I'm pretty excited that the new Binding of Isaac remake is coming. Oh, the other very important piece, this is the entire reason I brought this up, is that included in the game is, first off, it's going to be completely rebalanced, so it's possible that the items that are fantastic now are going to be not so fantastic later, or not as overpowered relative to other ones. But, beyond this, there's going to be a brand new expansion of the game, the size of Wrath of the Lamb, so we can't go to these item rooms, I must remember. The size of Wrath of the Lamb, so I believe it has 2 more playable characters, as well as another final floor. So I don't know if this final floor is going to take place after Blue Baby, or if it's going to be an alternate floor that takes place, you know, after the cathedral instead of the chest or something. But good lord, that is some crazy shit if they add yet another floor onto the back end of Isaac here. But anyway, I'm excited overall. This is awesome for me. Selfishly, you know, as someone who plays Isaac, and that was awful dodging on my part. As someone who plays a lot of Isaac, and whose channel consists of a lot of Isaac, I'm excited for it because it's going to give me a lot of fresh content to show off. Mind you, it is pretty far away. We're looking at the end of 2013. Piercing shots just destroyed that guy. We're probably going to reroll Mom's Purse, but let's see what we've got over here first. What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, end of 2013, it's a long time. People are saying, like, I don't understand why the game's taking so long. Well, like I said, first off, take as long as you need to in order to make a good port. Secondly, these things take time. Thirdly, Edmund is working full-time on Team Meat's new project, Mugenics, at the same time anyway. So, you know, dude's got a lot on his plate right now. And I'm excited to see. It's going to be a big year. I don't know if Mugenics is actually going to come out this year, but we'll probably have more news on it. But it's certainly going to be big news for Ed and the guys over at Team Meat, which is exciting. Not that 2011 was a small year, or even that 2012 was a small year. 2012 saw Wrath of the Lamb. In addition, we didn't get a deal with the devil, unfortunately. 2012 saw Wrath of the Lamb in addition to the Basement Collection and Indie Game the Movie. Yeah, let's re-roll this. For a second cube of meat? That was unexpected. We could actually get like a 4th level cube of meat plus another one on this run. That was very unusual, but I'll take it. What else was I going to say? 2011 obviously saw the release of The Binding of Isaac, so, you know, big stuff on the horizon for those guys. And yeah, good for them, of course. And good for me, because it means, who knows, maybe another 500 episodes of The Binding of Isaac when the remake comes out. Now, with local co-op. and maybe adversarial multiplayer. I'm not sure if that's been announced or not announced yet. So, in terms of this run, we can stop talking about the Edmund McMillan story here. I am now capable, it's basically like a vanilla run now, where I'm capable of going to item rooms. So I feel like I'm in a better position than my average vanilla runs, because I am looking pretty solid right now. By the way, vanilla runs sounds like if you ate ice cream at Taco Bell and you got like awful diarrhea. Yo man, don't come in here, I had the vanilla runs all last night. That is disgusting and I apologize. Anyway, we're gonna open this chest. But yeah, we're doing well with respect to our items here, and with respect to our money now, actually. So hopefully we're able to, you know, continue this positive move forwards for us. We're certainly not in a position, this is not like a challenge run where I've been gifted amazing items at the start. This is a challenge run where I've kind of been given, it's like training wheels. I've been given a nice little push forward. The opportunity is there for me to succeed here. And we'll see if I can take advantage of that opportunity. I really thought that was going to be the secret room, but because we're doing XL floors, there's apparently a lot of opportunities for the secret room to be here, I would imagine. And that was awful dodging on my part. I'm psyched that we got the second cube of meat on only the second floor. I mean, it's something that I don't think I've ever seen happen before, which is cool. I didn't even know rerolls could do that unless you... Maybe that's the only situation where it works, where, like, you can only get a cube of meat on a reroll if you've got, like, an XL floor where the other room consisted of a cube of meat. I don't know. It might just be random chance finally making it happen, but it may also be some kind of weird interaction with the Curse of the Labyrinth. Anyway, here's our first item room, which is exciting for me because we do have a reroll totally available. I'm taking awful damage here. I should really stop that because I want to make sure this Eternal Heart lasts to the next floor. So just don't get hit again. Or if you do get hit again, get some Spirit Hearts so that you are capable of protecting this. Could use a bomb to get a key, which I will do. I'm going to reroll the Scapular, and Harlequin Baby I think is a better choice for me. I don't really like the Scapular all that much, to be honest with you. I believe it gives you a Spirit Heart when you get down to half of a red heart, but it doesn't do it every single time. Like, it only does it a few times, I think. Don't quote me on that. Obviously, if you want to know anything about the specifics of the items in the Binding of Isaac, you're much better off checking the wiki than by going by my anecdotal evidence. That all being said, Scapular I've never really found to be a game-breaking item, which is really what I want most of the time. So we can't go into the boss trap room. I probably will use a bomb to... it's our last bomb, though. I might need that to get some Spirit Hearts. Okay, so we'll save it for now. I was thinking I would try to see if the secret room was right there, because then I could go to the boss trap room as well, but with only one bomb, there's no real justification for that. So let's see what we've got in here. It's going to be greed. That's good for us, I guess. Gives us more money, as well as the possibility of getting a Steam sale or a quarter, which we could use greatly for shops throughout the remainder of the game. I don't mind fighting greed early as long as you have the power to do so. Because, yeah, there you go. We picked up like another 7 cents there. It did cost us a key, which is negative, but oh well. We still have enough to go to the item room on this floor, which should be very, very close to us. I wanted to kill human... Oh, okay, here we go. Now I'm in losing Eternal Heart territory, which I can't really afford. I was really hoping that that shop would pay out in at least like 1 Spirit Heart or something. Sadly, no such luck. More bombs means boss trap room might be a possibility, which could compensate me for losing this Eternal Heart, if it does come to pass that happens. Now, is this worth a bomb to get over here? There's a cent and a chest for a single bomb. I think it's worth it. It could end up being a total ripoff, though. That gave us a key and a bomb. Okay, so it's certainly worth it. We're just gonna keep pressing up here until we get to the... oh, man. Okay, it's close. There we go. Until we get to the second item room, which will hopefully contain something like the Relic or Squeezy, I guess. Gotta protect this Eternal Heart, man. I don't want to go to that boss okay. Just play it cool. These guys are pretty weak against piercing shots. But you gotta kill some of them if you're gonna make progress. There we go. Okay, that was actually not so bad. And more bombs again, but I'm kind of riding by the seat of my pants here with respect to this Eternal Heart. Leapers are not a huge problem when there's only 2 of them and no spikes to watch out for on the room. Another series of eyeless ooze. Guys, this is a big floor, surprisingly. I guess Caves XL is normally a fairly large floor. But this is... Maybe it just seems longer because I've been concerned. No! Okay, we finally lost the Eternal Heart and then some. But that's okay. We held on to it for as long as we could. I really should have saved that until after we beat the boss. Shit happens, though. We can't get to that. And now my health is becoming a genuine concern for me. I'm hoping for 2 HP upgrades from these bosses that we fight, and of course, you know, the other hope is that I don't die against these bosses that we fight, which is totally within the realm of possibility if we end up going up against, like, the 2 difficult bosses. Maybe we fight Peep, and I have a bad Peep fight, and then we fight... Oh, man. And then we fight the Fallen or something. Anything like that could happen. Now, I do just want to get a little bit more red hearts to, like, refill my existing supply here. Sadly, red heart drops seem to be impossible to come by, for whatever reason. Damage-wise, we're doing fantastically right here, though, especially from a crowd control perspective. There we go, so we're back to full health. Yeah, especially from a crowd control perspective, because we can hit multiple enemies at the same time. It's basically like we have a Polyphemus shot here, minus the increased size and damage, but that's okay. At some point, I guarantee, we will come across the second item room. And we actually do have a Judgment as well, which I may want to play now that we have enough money to probably get an HP upgrade or whatever item Judgment has out of Judgment, as well as going to the shop on future floors. So that was a good bomb fly room here. Let's see what we got in this one. It's going to be Halo of Flies. And you know what? I'm going to take that, because we're going to need rerolls for the boss anyway, which we are almost at. So the Halo of Flies is nice, gives me a nice little bit of added defense here, which is always beneficial. And of course, Halo of Flies is an item that's kind of seen a resurgence in my affinity for it ever since the Isaac and Blue Baby fights have made it into the game, and this is mostly because they make it so you don't have to dodge as effectively. You have a little bit more tolerance when it comes to fucking up your dodges, which is something that I do with regularity, shall we say. Alright, so we have 29 cents. Certainly, this is enough to get something out of Judgment, as well as going to the shop on the next floor. We are very quickly going to check, see if we can go to the boss trap room, do our due diligence here. Because this isn't, sadly no, this is not a run where I should be in, like, I should not be worried about my success going forward. I should basically, like, wring the cloth here to try to get all of the delicious juice to try to succeed. That is a metaphor that made basically 0 sense here, but hopefully some of you understood what I was going for. I gotta play tightly is maybe a better way to put it. Alright, extra bombs. It's something. I wouldn't mind getting bombs and keys from Judgment as well. Even red hearts might be beneficial. Because I could come out and get those after this first boss fight. Keys are cool too. I will play him until I get below 15 cents if I have to, because we'll probably get more money on the next floor anyway. And we've already made a pretty substantial investment in him here, and he's paying out reasonably well. I like having all these keys, of course. Alright, more bombs. Let's keep it up. We put in like 13 cents. We've gotten 2 keys, 2 bombs, I think. And we get a battery as well, which I'm going to take. I'm not going to reroll that. That's a pretty sweet pickup. So we basically paid 15 cents for a battery, 2 oh my god, we are going to get 3rd cube of meat. This is insane. That was awful damage. Assuming we survive anyway. We will get 3rd cube of meat. That's crazy. We're only fighting the 3rd boss, and that's the 3rd cube of meat that we're going to get. Which should be impossible. But, thanks to the sweet reroll we had on the first boss fight, looks like it's going to pan out for us. Now just stay cool here. We didn't get any red heart drops, which worries me a little bit, but hopefully we don't fight a boss that's too difficult here. Okay, so basically, when I said hopefully we don't fight a boss that's too difficult, Peep is that boss that is a little too difficult. Not too difficult so that I won't be able to beat him, but one of the more difficult bosses we could possibly be fighting here on the caves. Luckily, Meat Boy's doing his thing. We're getting some good shots in. We're avoiding the eyes, which is always beneficial. And Peep is nearly dead. I was mostly just worried about whether or not we'd even survive this fight, but now I think we're going to be okay. Deals with the devil are probably still going to be impossible for us, as you might expect. But hey, we picked up HP upgrades here, which is exactly what I was hoping for. We'll take that. A little bit more opportunity for us to be defensively sound, I guess you could say. Curse of the Lost, so we're dealing with a big floor here. So far, good. I mean, Harlequin Baby, 3rd level cube of meat. Thank God I picked up the Halo of Flies, so I do have some added defense from that as well. Obviously, you know, no one would ever accuse Meat Boy of being the smartest boy in the class here. So much for that simile. He's just going to continue attacking this neutral fly. But hey, now that the neutral fly's dead, maybe he'll go after a second neutral fly. Smart decision, my friend. This guy's got a good... And now the 4th neutral fly that is existing here. I did get hit once here. Almost got hit twice there. Thank you to the Halo of Flies for keeping me alive. Walked into the neutral fly because I'm a big dummy. We do have another judgment card, but of course I am going to be more focused on getting to the shop on this floor. Because if we could potentially pick up a sweet spacebar item, I would be way into that. Now that we have the battery. So there's 4 bombs here. That's worth making a trip for. And we got them all and got out of there without getting hit. At least on the first pass. We might have to come back this way. And that is why I hate those blue spikes. But, you know, shit happens from time to time. Ooh, that was terrible dodging, but thankfully Halo of Flies kept me in the game there. I didn't think I was in range of that bomb. Now I've got to start playing a little bit more smartly. Because I am starting to get very low on health, and I have no means with which to replenish it. Meat Boy, go to town, please. Chew up those hearts. Chew at the hearts! Meat Boy, first you attack the heart! Okay, there's only 2 left. This is a good room. Surprisingly good room. It shouldn't go this well for us most of the time. Just kill another one. Okay, I didn't get hit there somehow. Greatest deke since Charlie Conway did the triple deke in the Mighty Ducks. Do I sound nervous? I feel nervous. I don't want to let a solid, fun run like this just die despite having great items. Well, good items at the very least. What do you got for me, shop? Spirit Art is going to keep me alive a little bit longer, but I also want the map. But, for now... you know what? I should have bought the map. Because then, in buying the map, I would have been able to find the secret room, get more money, then buy the Spirit Heart. But it's not a bad decision either way, because the Spirit Heart is at least going to allow me to survive a little bit longer. Whereas if I bought the map, maybe I wouldn't have survived to get down to the secret room. So for now, I feel like that decision was fine. This room is totally solvable very easily. Extra hearts never hurt anybody. There's our item room. And of course, if we get more money, we will get the map. I'll save my rerolls for boss room and item room, in case they turn out badly. And Meat Boy is doing his business here. We could actually get 4th level cube of meat here. What is this going to be? Hey, tears up. I'll take that. And we still have judgment. In this, we have Mom's Bra, which we will reroll to Kamikaze. Both pretty awful items, in my opinion. So we'll see what we got over here. Most of the time, I would rather reroll a bad item room than a bad boss room, because even the worst boss room items, I should say, still have the potential to be good. Usually they're just like stat upgrades you don't want, whereas bad item room items are like just items you don't want in general, like, for example, Mom's Bra. Okay, Meat Boy, I would really love you to focus on the hearts here. I'm just gonna play like Agent 47 style, totally stealthy. Didn't really work out. Meat Boy, kind of desperately need your help here. There we go. We killed 1 with that bomb. Was it worth it? Probably not on a mathematical level. But we're going to get 2 bombs out of this room anyway, so I might as well blow it up here. And just let Meat Boy go to town. I don't want to get trapped in here, though. Okay, there we go. I finally got an opening on these guys. We're still super low on health. Please be a lover's card. Hierophant. That's actually just as good. Maybe even a little bit better. Because I could still get full health in addition to the 2 Spirit Hearts I have right here. So we have a reroll available. Still no money, sadly, but I could look for the secret room. 10 extra bombs. We'll take it. And then I'll save a reroll, potentially, for what we have from our boss room coming up. So now that we have 10 extra bombs, certainly looking for the secret room seems like a smarter decision. In my opinion, anyway. Meat Boy. Ah, I knew it! Well, there's 30% of that item room gone already. But it could pay for itself here. 3 cents is not quite enough for that map. So we're really having to put the screws to ourselves here to get maximum utility out of this run, but that's okay. Now we're just going to continually try to avoid the spiders. It's not working out 100% for us so far. I think the trick with the spiders is you've got to stay like constantly on the move. If you're staying still, you're basically fucked. Is it worth a key to get a heart? Almost never. Now we can sneak through there. Beautiful. So I don't know if the map's going to be in the cards for us here. I think my principal problem right now is Meat Boy is just not doing as much damage as... Oh, that was an accident. But we can always go back there and get the items. Or the keys or money that they dropped in there. Some weird little lag issues, but that's okay. The good thing is Meat Boy should be awesome on bosses that are like basically immobile. So maybe we'll take this. And I can always hold this judgment card until we get to the womb, because once we get down there, money is basically worthless anyway. unless you're a fan of playing the slots, which, as you would know if you've watched a lot of episodes of this Let's Play, I'm not really. I like to save my money and my time, basically. So we're on Necropolis 1. I was exactly hoping for this. Okay, we are going to get level 4 Meat Boy. And reminder, if we fight Death on the Womb, we could get level 4 Meat Boy plus level 1. I mean, level 1 Meat Boy isn't really worth all that much, I guess. Step 1, though, is don't die on this fight. And that's not going so well so far. Troll bombs don't help either. Please don't fuck this up for yourself, Northernlion. Okay. He's not fast. He's not fast. He's faster! Oh my god! That run was so much fun! That hurts. How did I lose it? What would I have done? What should I have done? Taken less damage is an obvious one, but beyond that, well, I guess this is true to the name. Vintage Isaac died on the Depths Part 1, basically, with the whole world in my hands. I had the whole world in my hands. I've got the whole world in my hands. Anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching Northernlion's challenge runs. Continue to suggest your challenge runs. I will try to do them a better service than I did the Pablo Carias' Vintage Isaac run here, but in some ways it's fitting to fail a run with everything possible at your disposal, and, you know, the world was my oyster. Sadly, didn't make good use of it. But in any case, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.